Lord, I want you to teach me. Hey, Lord, teach me the way your Lord,
Kind of get everybody acclimated on the lingo that we say. Everybody put their right hand up real quick. And as of today, when anybody asks you how you're doing, you don't say fine, you don't say great. The word is coffee-licious. How's everybody doing? We actually do it to kind of put a smile on people's face. So I didn't say it a lot either, but when I got into Organo Gold, trust me, you get right into the culture. We're not going to take too much time. I know a lot of you guys came out here. And I want to first give a big hand clap to Mrs. White. She told me that she definitely was like, what she did? Oh, Miss White, she got involved here just a few short days ago. And I let her know about some individuals who was coming in making an impact in their community. Using something very simple. And she said, I got a golden dream and I have the airways and there's people that know me and know that I don't get involved in anything. And I'm going to show you how serious I am. And I knew you were serious, but I really believe it now because she said what I'm about to create, most people may not believe and see, but when two people touch and agree, you guys don't do the rest. So I know we got a lot of people in the room, but trust me, we're not looking for everybody. Let's be honest. Some people, I want to go home, pray about it, and sometimes that prayer about it lasts 7 days to 17 days, sometimes 7 years, and they're still thinking about doing something. And most people just take action, okay? But I was in a place called Promotionz. I know everybody here rich, so y'all may not know what I'm talking about, but it was actually College Hill. Yeah. No, Leon. So in Second Lake, we grew up right here. So a lot of you I know this whole table right here. I'm like, man, I got whooped a couple times over here, but they know me very, very well. So, and I'm glad to see some people I haven't seen in a very, very long time. But we grew up right before the Second Lake. My grandmother was Sadie Grant, who had about 13 kids, who all had kids. My mother's Yvonne Grant. I'm a family of brothers of 3. I have 2 brothers younger than me. And we didn't stay in a wealthy place. We stayed in the same circumstances. Some people grew up right here who may know what it is to not have enough. But sometimes somebody has to do something. We can't go through the same cycle of saying the same stories about what's owed to us. Somebody got to take a stand and say, if I want to change my family tree, my last name just is not Grant. I want people to say, Grant, are you related to? That's what it should be. No different than even Ms. Consul I see here is running, for judge. Now when people hear that last name, they're going to ask, do you mean the circuit court judge? Does that make sense? You change the family's name. And I got involved in this thing called home-based business. A lot of things that people shy away from. Everybody go to jail doing that. I'm still waiting for people to get locked up. You know what I have seen? I've seen a lot of people, but I was told that, okay? Now my grandmother told me this here, so there's no way you knew that information. She said, son, when you go through life, play it. But rich people take risks. She said, no, when it comes to wealth and income, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably, but so is God's salvation. Say all wealthy people are going to, and some of y'all didn't want to say that, but y'all know what I was talking about. But we grew up being afraid to become rich because they said all wealthy people are going to a bad place. So anything that came to us, we like, oh no, we're not doing that. And when I got involved, people didn't believe I would actually make money doing this as well. And they laughed at me, saying, you're doing one of those things and you're going to get locked up. It's amazing how people shy away, but when the income comes, everybody gets amnesia. Oh, I knew you can do it. I knew you can do it. And they go right there, and then they start asking questions about how they need some assistance. I'm like, well, it's very difficult for me to assist when you told me this money was illegal. And my principal say I can't give away illegal money. I can't show you what it took me 17 years to create. I've been involved in Organo Gold 3 years. But I've been involved in the industry of home-based business since I was 17. I started early. Failing my way to success. Does that make sense? Yeah. The good thing about this platform, it's already been built. Because the individuals who's helping create millionaires is also. I want you to take a listen to this here. The individuals who #1 in the world, there's 91 million people who are involved in some type of home-based business. By the way, nothing wrong with a W-2. Nothing wrong with a job. There's a problem with only having a job. How often does a job pay you? How many ways? How many ways? One way. How many bills do you have? Do we need to go down the line of top 20? The main thing about bills, they get paid residually. Anybody got lights? Anybody Everybody got lights, right? Legal lights, right? When you got your lights turned on, how many years ago was that? Have you seen that guy again? So he set it up and he left. And a residual bill came every single month. Same thing when everybody got cable? Legal cable? When they set it up, have you seen that guy again? No, he set it up, he's gone. But a residual bill comes. All home-based business was getting some additional income. Unless you want to be part of the people talking about, man, they're not paying me enough. Not about paying you enough, they're paying you what they thought you was worth. And you accept it. Does that make sense? But this individual right here who grew up in Mr. Holton Bugs. Some people may know his dad, he used to be the waterman. We used to get watermelon from his dad all the time. Never knew of Mr. Bugs, Sr. He's a multi-millionaire in the same industry. #1 in the world. 91 million people on this planet are involved in some type of home-based business. And this gentleman from King High School, class of 1990, is #1 in the world. This is who called me. How ironic. #1 in the world is from Tampa, Florida. World renowned. People are pulling on his coattail, and he's leading this charge. And he said, it doesn't matter if people don't get it. There's one thing I do know for a fact. When we expire, and we will, our people are still going to be drinking coffee and tea. Yes. Does that make sense? Yes. That's all I need to see. Let me ask you one question. I'm actually giving you the presentation. I'll give you some pictures, but I'm actually giving you the presentation. Let me ask everybody an intelligent question. Knowing what you know now about Starbucks, if you had the ability to invest in it 10 years ago, would you have done so? Yes. I mean, I need hands, okay? Because if you didn't raise your hand, you'll tell a tale on anything. Because I didn't drink coffee. Matter of fact, who does not drink coffee? I'll take, raise your hand. Okay, hands down. Raise your hand if you do drink coffee. Presentation's over. You saw how simple that was? When he called me up, I said, Buzz, I don't drink coffee. He said, Pat, the CEO of Purina dog food don't eat the dog food either. But he's worth 1.2 billion. I said, I'm listening. Does that make sense? Then he said, Bass, do this. Just go around and ask people who drink coffee. More importantly, ask them how often they drink coffee and when they're going to stop. As a matter of fact, if your coffee drinking has exceeded 20 years, raise your hand. 20 years drinking coffee. Okay? 30 years. Even little man said, yeah. 30 years. 30 years. Okay. All right. So, man, what's your name? Ken. Who? Kathy. Have we met before? So you don't know me. So this ain't a setup. Okay? Kathy, how long have you been drinking coffee? 30 plus years?
Ever since I was like maybe about 15.
15? Now, who gave you coffee at 15? Your mama did? Mama gave you coffee? Now, what brand was it? Folgers. You believe James Folgers got the whole world believing? The best part of waking up? Y'all heard that one? Now, it's amazing. 1850, he started Folgers. He didn't have a car, no horse. He went door to door telling everybody this is going to be the greatest coffee on the planet. And granted, every year, you've been drinking 15 plus years, you've been sowing to his foundation and a residual for his kids. Amazing. It comes, it's black water. You know that? Amazing. 1850. Now, when are you going to stop drinking coffee? Never. She said never. Okay. Another education question, because it's just simple fact. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4. It's facts, correct? If the life of business is residual income, what you're currently doing right now, when you stop, you want to still live not on the same lifestyle or better. Nobody wants to go backwards. The only way to do that is residual income. And I'd rather get paid on something that I can show one time like James Folgers, and I do not have to remind them. And they will still buy it anyway. Yes or yes? Can I get the PowerPoint? I'm going to go through these slides very, very quickly. But does everybody understand kind of where I'm coming from? Yes? Okay. I simply have to just be a part of it. It's a tsunami. What we're about to create here, I'm going to let you guys know. It's Project 2500. In the next 6 to 8 months, we're going to put 2,500 people in business. That way, by way of Ms. White and her business partners. Whether people get involved or not is fine. But I'm a testament to someone who was broke. Broke. And was able to get out of that because I made a decision. Does that make sense? A decision is key. All right? So just kind of skip through real quickly. Just kind of tap over. I'm going to go through quick little slides here. Okay? Our company is Organo Go. Some of you guys probably have heard of it. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you've heard people tell you about the business, but it's always based on who tells you about the business. Does that make sense? And right here, next slide over. These are the industries here that we tap. Internet, home-based, health and wellness, and coffee. Every last one of them are recession-proof. When you get started on Organo Go, we give you a worldwide website. We're in 35 countries. We just opened up Singapore. You know why? They drink coffee there. So you can do business in Singapore tonight. And Organo Go sets it up for you. Home-based business is tax season. Yes or yes? Yes. When you work a job, you get about 10. You have a business or a home-based business, over 400 plus tax deductions. iPad, cell phone, 58.5 cents a mile for gas. That's why when you get gas, they ask you if you want a receipt. Most say no. Business people say yes. Some of you guys know this who are business owners in the room. Does that make sense? You know, daily things that you do. Women, getting your hair done. Wouldn't it be great getting your hair done as a tax write-off? Yes? I mean, every woman should say, oh, absolutely, okay? You know, but working a job, no, it's just an expense. It's not even a tax write-off. Health and wellness. It's the largest industry on the planet. Why? With flesh and blood. Okay? That's why 2 o'clock in the morning, you can see some new gadget that is coming out that you can wear when you sleep and you get 6 abs. Okay? Health and wellness is not going anywhere, okay? We tap into that industry. And the last but not least, everybody say coffee. Coffee. So say it again, coffee. Coffee. If you was making $1 million a month with coffee, how would you say the word coffee? Now, here's more facts. It's the largest traded commodity in the world, second to oil. It's the most consumed drink on the planet next to water. Water is the thing that our body needs, about 80-some%. But more people still drink coffee than water. You believe that? Has anybody here gone through the course of a day and forgot to drink water? I'm guilty of it. My coffee drinkers, raise your hand, coffee drinkers. Can you go through a day or a week without coffee? No. Is it even possible now? Some say yes, most say absolutely not. Does that make sense? Okay. More facts again. About 500 million cups are consumed per day with coffee. It's a bean that they put in hot water and makes the water turn brown. People go Google for it. They got discovered in 760 on a real big continent. Matter of fact, the biggest continent in the world. Hint, hint. Biggest continent on the planet. They found this bean. The Europeans came, saw it. We like, we don't know what this is, but they called it gold. We found gold. And in 1582, the very first coffee house popped up. Amazing. And ever since then, it's the only product that is still made the same way. Grind it, add hot water, voila. That's not going to change. You understand that? Coffee's not going anywhere. Next slide, please. Big businesses. When I look at these companies, I think about the average everyday American, a person living on this planet. I would never do a home-based business. I would never get signed up for one of those things. My grandmother, my mom, my sister did one of those things, and she ain't make any money. Everybody go to college, don't graduate. You can't use the fact that somebody else tried something, they didn't make any money. At least they tried. You know what's amazing about people who work a job? You know, anybody ever worked a job and got fired? You ever had the pleasure of getting fired, walked out? You never experienced that? It's an amazing, humbling experience to get fired and they walk you out. Anybody ever got laid off? Okay, everybody keep their son. Nobody got laid off on me. Okay, so when you get laid off from a job or fired, okay, typically the process after that is to do what? Find another job. Now, society has said there's a magical piece of paperwork that if you bring with you, it can better your chance of getting that job. What do they call that? Resume. What do they call it? Resume. No, look at the word very closely. It's called resume. Because whatever you were doing, when you got the new job, you probably did what? Resume employment. But you're wondering why you keep hitting the glass ceiling. And when I look at these companies, they didn't start for coffee. They didn't start to try to get into a home-based business. They got up saying, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, like my parents taught me, and all of a sudden, the economy happened, Subway lost money, Nestle lost money, Dunkin' Donuts lost a whole lot of money, McDonald's lost money, everybody lost money, but everybody who's business owners paid attention. And they said, people are crying broke. How are they still in line for a $6 cup of coffee? So instead of trying to understand, they adapted. Subway opened up at 6 o'clock in the morning, Subway Cafe. Nestle revamped it, Nescafe. Dunkin' Donuts changed their logo from 2 donuts to a cup of coffee. Walgreens, here in Florida, will now be called Cafe W. So for some of you guys, you walk into Walgreens, there'll be a coffee kiosk in the middle of the store. But this is what we get prescriptions from. But he realized 24 hours, might as well have coffee. You got Wendy's, Redhead Roasters, but the one I like the best most is McDonald's. The greatest food chain in the world. Got the most famous jingle of all time. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce. Some of y'all like I want to sing it. It was the Big Mac, by the way, okay? They have more franchises worldwide than any other company. And McDonald's couldn't get people to pick up a 40-cent hamburger. But we're looking at how Starbucks was still getting it. I mean, they were doubling during the recession. And they realized during the recession, there were 3 vices that kept making money. Nicotine, alcohol, and coffee. Why? When people are stressed out, they lean on their vices. McDonald's said, we're not going to sell alcohol or cigarettes, but we do have coffee. So they took $1 billion, fired Ronald McDonald, true story, and now you see McDonald's as McCafe. Have you seen the change? For the ones who are analyticals, let me give you a quick number. 7 cents they invested in coffee, earned them a $15 profit. 700 invested in coffee for the week, earned $150,000. Miss Constance, 1 plus 1 is 2. If you gave me a $700 investment, and I gave you a return in 1 week of $150,000, how often do we do this transaction? Daily? Do you need to go and ask for permission or pray on it? Anybody to pray on an investment like that with a return of $150,000? No. It's already blessed, right? Everybody got to ask their spouse. Are you seeing this? Those are the true numbers. Once McDonald's saw that, they immediately got rid of the McDonald's burger campaign. That's why you don't see Ronald McDonald hopping around TV saying, go pick up a Big Mac. They tell you to come in and get some of this coffee. 26.8 billion. Now it's amazing that we're talking about these facts. Next slide. But how come these home-based companies never thought about this? Everybody had a super shake, a super juice, a super cookie, a super pill. And every company had a better pill. Yours got omega-3s, mine got 5s and 8s. His got 10s, 13s. Somebody's shake was better, somebody's juice was better. And the one thing they kept missing was, even though the product probably was good for your body, it probably had the antioxidants your body needed, he don't have a habit of drinking that daily. And he's not going to lose his mind if he forget to drink a cup today. Because an apple a day does what? Yeah, nobody really has a habit. I'm not going to have a bad day because I forgot to eat an apple. But when we tell people about our opportunity, it's really not coffee. I start off saying health and wellness, but our product is actually, next slide, is an herb called Ganoderma. I'm from College Hill. There's a medicine I grew up on. Some of y'all may not know this medicine. It was called Father John. Olive oil, 366. Okay. Now, every morning, the routine was, you don't leave the house without a tablespoon. I'm like, well, we good though. She's like, no, the routine is you walk out the house, had to have a tablespoon. Why? Because she knew anything happens, you good for the day. Come here with a hole in your chest, you wouldn't even good, right? Okay. But the medicine was terrible. Like, it was terrible. Ganoderma is regarded as the #1 herb on the planet. If you're taking notes or even mental notes, just Google it with any known illness. Cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. 4,000 plus years. Who said it? It's a culture called Chinese. Have you heard of them? Chinese culture. What do they die from? Can we all agree? Old age? Age projection is about what? 100 to 200 years old, give or take? They live about 200, 300 years old, something like that, right? You know, yes? Let me ask you a question. When it comes to, and I see we got family here, but when it comes to African Americans, what do we die from? It's amazing we know that. I want you to Google the herb with all those illnesses that you know about. I want you to Google it, okay? Now, nobody's going to go and take this red mushroom, nobody, and boil it. Okay, that's what they do. They boil it. These things come out of the mushroom, and they drink it. And they've been doing this for 4,000 plus years. But we're not going to do that. Can you imagine us having that in the back right now, boiling that, saying we're going to give out some samples? No. If you look at some of the facts, next slide again, what makes it realistic? The seals we carry. USDA certified organic, we're kosher friendly, halal friendly, GMP good manufacturing practice friendly. We own the largest Ganoderma industrial park in the world, $240 million facility. Next slide. And we put all of that into coffee. Some of the benefits: it oxygenates the body, provides more energy and vigor, natural body detoxification. Men, if you try the coffee today for the first time, or tea, and you happen to have an episode tomorrow, meaning when you eat breakfast, you got to go to the bathroom. When you eat lunch tomorrow, you got to go to the bathroom. And when you eat dinner, you got to go to the bathroom. It's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Because that's how the body works. Most guys think something's wrong when they eat and then they have to go. Because for so long we eat and go 2-3 days later. No, that means something's wrong. See, women embrace detoxification. They know it's good. It's like a newborn baby. When you feed a child, how often do you wait to check them? Do you wait a day? Oh, no. No, just 30 minutes, right? That's how the body's designed to do. And the herb recognized for some men, typically an African-American man, your body needs a detox, okay? When I look at some of the products, I wasn't a coffee drinker, but anybody like chocolate? Okay, the mocha is outstanding. It will convert you to a coffee drink, okay? All of our products have the Ganoderma herb in it, black iced tea. We have the King of Coffee, which is our new Arabica Black. Latte, cream, and sugar. We have green tea and red tea. We also have lotion, okay? That's I always say that's more so for the women perspective. Guys like lotion. Women like, ooh, lotion. So we have lotion with Ganoderma in it as well. We have soap as well as we have toothpaste. Anybody take a bath? Once a week, once a day. Anybody who has children or people who have skin problem, eczema, wash with the soap. They take a before picture, wash that child or yourself with the soap, and take an after picture, and I have an application for you. I won't need to try to convince you. I've had people do that. Oh, I'll take that challenge. I got a child with some eczema. And they'll wash them with it, and they come back and say, okay, where's the application? Because sometimes you got to see it for yourself, okay? We also have Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, which is regarded as the #1 coffee in the world. We also got Cafe Supreme, which has ginseng, and we have the Ganoderma in capsule form. Next slide. Okay. This is the leadership, y'all. Can I get a big hand clap, y'all, for the leadership? Big hand clap. Bernardo Chu is our founder and CEO. His concept was bringing Ganoderma to the entire planet, to the people of the world. And they got 2 people to help them out in that conquest. And by the way, we're a 5-year company, by the way. We're not 50 years old, 30. We're 5 years old. Shane Moran is our global master distributor. He's located in Canada. He's #3 in the world in all of home-based business. And I've already said earlier, my mentor, my business partner, Mr. Holton Bugs, right from here in Tampa, is the international vice president of sales of all business in Organo Go. Okay? We have our big convention coming up next month in San Antonio. Let me explain something to you. There's going to be an announcement. So that's why I tell people, trust me, we're not trying to recruit or bring anybody in. What's about to be unveiled really doesn't even pertain to individuals who want to get started. I'm actually looking for a few good men or women or business people, because what's going to come out is going to be amazing, more so catered to business professionals who never got involved but will get involved based on what's about to be rolled out. There's going to be a lot of new millionaires getting started here in Organo Go, okay? Because all the facts have been done, and Holt is leading that chart. Next slide here. Something I want to educate for all the parents in the room. I know Dr. Seuss made a great book, a novel of books, but if you want to give yourself or your children something to read, give them Think and Grow Rich. It's the #1 book in the world, second to the Bible. Based on books sold, 100 million copies of Think and Grow Rich have been sold. It was the very first personal development book I was ever given at 17 when I wanted to change my life. And my mentor said, get Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Oprah has read this book 13 times. The first 3 letters of the book, thoughts are things. Who was the wealthiest person to ever live? Y'all, are we on church? Okay, no. Who was the wealthiest person to ever live? Yeah. Who said, so the man thinketh in his heart, so is he? Solomon. If y'all don't know that, y'all, we ain't got no heathen in here. Solomon. Have you heard of Solomon? Yes? King Solomon. So the man thinketh in his heart, so is he. He was the wealthiest to ever live. Had he been living today, he'll be the only trillionaire. And he said, so the man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Think in his heart. Meaning, if I think I'm having a bad day, guess what happens? If I think I don't want to be here at this job, guess what? You're going to have a bad day being at the job. Everything you think about, they say what you bring about. This book here is the only book that a company has a branded edition. We're the only company, Organo Go, has a branded edition, Think and Grow Rich book. Next slide here. We're getting close to the last part. Greg Norman. Some of you guys may or may not know who Mr. Norman is, but for the ones who attempt to play golf like me, I do some landscaping. He is recognized as the #1 brand golfer in the world. His brand is worth $500 million. It's called the Shark Apparel. Anybody that plays golf, they know this apparel. Greg Norman came aboard with Organo Gold about 6 months ago. Why? Because he recognized this was the next $10 billion company. Amway. You heard of it, yes? A lot of people made fun about them. 11.2 billion last year. Guess who laughed? See, a lot of people had the opportunity of getting involved early, but they say, I don't want to get involved in one of those things, and Amway kept trekking to 11.2 billion. Yep. Avon, 10 billion. Herbalife, 8 billion. Mary Kay, 6 billion. I don't want to drive a pink Cadillac. They kept on trekking to $6 billion. All the stuff that people did not want to do, companies kept thriving. But Greg said this is and will be the fastest company to 10 billion. Because all those companies were trying to get you to take shakes, cookies, and juice. And nobody thought about putting the health into a habit, which was coffee, okay? I'm going to talk about some money. Now, if you're not opposed to making income, I do apologize, okay? I would tell people money ranks up with oxygen. They're on the same level. If you don't believe me, try to be without it. And watch how shortest of breath you'll have, okay? Anybody ever been there? You got no money, can't breathe, okay? I'm going to show you how you can make some additional income, okay? Whatever that may be. I don't want to scare you thinking, how can I get to being millionaire? Some people, it's not about being millionaire. Some people say, I just want to have some money at the end of the month instead of more month at the end of the month. Does that make sense? Okay? I can show people how they can make some additional income, 500 to 1,000. For some desire 10,000, 20. And for some that believe in big dreams, I can show you how you get to 6 figures a month. I can only show you what I did. You want to get to 103,000 a month? I can't show you how to do that. But I can show you how to get to 102,000 a month of income. And still be the same person, attitude don't change. It's all about being humble. Does it make sense? I mean, if I had made it all, why would I still be doing what I do now? But I like helping people. For the people who know me, it is what it is. Okay? But if you ever desire to do something great, we can show you. The first way to make money on Organo Gold is retail. Two clicks over. Okay? And like I said, we're almost done here. Everybody say retail. Retail. 92% of people join Organo Gold make their money here, especially women. Why? Because women have the most marketing skills than any other person on this planet. Homo sapien. Why? Well, when guys have something nice, I'll tell myself, Ronnie, in my mind, he has a nice suit. That's what guys would typically say. I'm not going to go up and touch his suit, touch his pants. When a woman sees something nice on a woman, they'll stop and ask her, what is that? Shoes, hair, nails, a lot of touching, and they refer. Does that make sense? I sat down with Holton right here in Ponce de Leon, and he's married to Erlene Bubbs, who also grew up right here in Ponce de Leon. And I said at his mother-in-law house, and I said, I don't mind sitting down, showing people an opportunity, and getting the word no. Most people hear the first 1 or 2 no's, and they say, I'm gonna quit. Does that make sense? That's the majority of people. They say, I don't want to sell. FYI, everybody's in sales. Does that make sense? Do not say that you're not in sales. Because if you're saying that, the next time somebody asks you something, don't say nothing. Can they get directions? Don't say nothing. Where you stay at? Don't say nothing. Who does your hair? Just look at them crazy. Where you work at? Don't say nothing. Because whatever you give the answer to, you just sold it. Because I could be looking for work. You work at Humana? Oh, I want to apply there. You just sold that. So don't say you're not in sales. We don't sell this. Kathy, right? Do I got to sell you coffee? Hey, Kathy. Kathy, we walked in this room right now, and I had a saucer of pills, red and blue pill. I say, Kathy, red and blue pill, which one you want? Neither. But do you understand? It got some technology in it that gets down to the cell level, the bloodstream, that you got to take it every single day. You don't want to try one? That's sales. Everybody catching my drift? You drink coffee, black, cream, and sugar.
Drink it with cream and sugar.
Yeah. Try this latte. Tell me how it tastes, how it make you feel. Now give it to me. You see how simple that is? Retail is very simple. $17 a box is what we get our coffee for. It's about 20 to 30 cups of coffee. It's about 55 cents a cup, Miss Kathy. Can you get a 55-cent cup of gourmet coffee in America? Can everybody agree, yes? Now, that's my price. But I'll sell it to her for about $30 or $34 a box, which is about $1 a cup for you. Is that still a good price? So I make 100% profit cash. What I mean, this is so easy. You don't believe this works, before you leave today, buy a box or two, and for the ones who work tomorrow or on Monday, I want you just to put it on your desk. When God made man and woman, he made about 90% of them noses. In 5 minutes, somebody's going to ask you, what is that? And you're going to say, coffee. Ooh, can I have some? And let them try a sample. If 6 people buy a box, that's $180 cash. But you didn't say about going to no meeting. Do we make extra money? No. Kathy tried it. She liked it. And she said, how much for a box? Just $30, about $1 a cup. Oh, I said, oh, I spend $5 a day at Starbucks. Yeah, let me get 2. It's just like washing and drying your clothes. And when you open up the dryer, $20 falls out. You know that feeling you get when $20 falls out? It's just $20, but you wasn't expecting it.
Right.
That makes sense? I told Houghton, once I understood, number one, I said, you will become the fastest company to $10 billion. Because most people never make their money back when they invested in any type of home-based business. They found out they got to recruit these 3 tables to get a $10 check. You got to recruit about 15, 20 people to get a $10 check. You don't want to go and do all that. But if I give someone a sample and not try to recruit them, but they still want to buy and I make money, we can do that all day long. Does that make sense? What makes it more amazing is the second part of retail, which is called special events. This Florida State Fair just left. We have people in the business who had no desire to recruit. They didn't want to bring anybody in. They said, let me make one thing clear. You said my coffee is about 55 cents a cup. That means I can go to the Florida State Fair and charge $4 a cup and make a $3.50 profit? Yes, ma'am. And they did. 3 booths. 3 booths. They sold well over 4,000 cups of coffee at $3.50. Do the math. Does that make sense? You can't do that in home-based business. When you go to also the Clearwater Jazz Festival and make over 20 grand cash by selling frappes. You know what a frappe is? Somebody took some hot coffee, poured it over some ice, whipped cream, caramel, and they charged $5 for the cup. And they made a $4.50 profit. But this is home-based business. Are you recruiting? No, they have no desire because they want to do a bridal show. While everybody's there looking at garments, they just over there just selling coffee, real quiet. Baz, what does the sign say? Healthy coffee? No, it says hot coffee. Black or cream and sugar. Does that make sense? It's coffee. People don't care what's in it. They want some coffee. And Organo go have a healthier version that people want. Does that make sense? That's retail. And by the way, fundraisers, just being honest. Coffee runs, I guess, in distance. There's no type of fundraiser product that can compare to coffee. Cookie dough can't compete. Girl Scout cookies can't compete, I'm sorry. Popcorn doesn't have a shot. You show me a nonprofit, I can show them a nonprofit they can do every single quarter. Because as cute as a kid is, I'll buy cookie dough today. But he can't come to me in 3 months and sell me cookie dough again. Like, sweetheart, that cookie dough's still in there. But if he sold me tea, by the time it comes 3 months, I'll probably buy again. Who wins? He does, and the nonprofit. If you're interested, come talk to me. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth way, next slide. It's what's called, you want to build a business. I'm going to go through these quickly. You're looking to get started, real simple. Bronze, silver, gold pack. Depending on what pack you choose, Organo Gold will compensate you 20, 80, up to $150. That basically somebody wants to get started and build a business with you. It's up to you. You can bring as many people as you want. It's up to you. My favorite, dual team. Everybody say dual team. Dual team. Next slide. This is the image here that people were told don't do this business. This is what kept a lot of people broke. Education time. Okay? People here got kids. Anybody got kids? Okay? See that person up top? That's the parent. See the kids at the bottom? Who run the household? The kids or the parents? Now, in my household, we already knew who ran the household. These days, we got some kids that run the house. But back in my house, you say you talk back, it went blank for about 2 days. When you woke up, that's right. Anybody else know what I'm talking about? You said something smart, some days you just lost 2 days for some reason. Okay? So people got scared when they saw this image. But Amway has this image. Mary Kay has this image. Oh, I can help the fact that somebody on this planet took that image and did something illegal. I know some bad people that grew up in College Hill. Y'all know some bad people who grew up here? Yeah. I know some bad people on this planet who did bad hedge funds. But hedge funds still illegal. Does that make sense? So just because you see this image here, it was called a dual team. It wasn't called that thing you heard about. What would it call? What was it called? Say it, no, say no. It's called what? It's called what? It's called what? Pyramid. Pyramids like Egypt. Solid foundation. Solid foundation. Still standing. But somebody did something illegal and everybody want to hold on to, oh girl, you doing one of those pyramids. What pyramid? And we made $11 billion. And people say, I ain't gonna join one of those pyramids, and they still want to go to a magic game inside that pyramid. But Oprah Winfrey took that and created the Oprah Network. So education, who would you rather follow? Oprah or somebody who broke said, girl, I don't know if I'll do that. Because Oprah took the concept of what you see, and when people were coming on shows like Donahue and Silent Jesse Raphael, she said, hold on, I'm about to promote your business, and you're probably gonna make more money. So this is what we're gonna do. Before you come through the curtains, I'm gonna give you a piece of paper that you're gonna fill out saying I get 2.5% forever that you're in business. And they filled it out. And Oprah Winfrey did it. Rachel Ray signed it, Dr. Phil signed it, Susie Orman signed it, Dr. I signed it, and 25 plus years of people coming on the show that she promoted, and she was very good at doing it. To this day, she's getting residual income because she built it just like that. And now her new network is called OWN. Girl, I don't know about that, getting one of those businesses and bringing people in and getting paid a percentage, but big business do it all the time. Do not take advice from somebody that you want to trade places with. That's why I didn't care about listening to people who was broke saying don't do it. I'm like, but y'all never did it either, so what's the worst can happen? Does that make sense? Right here on this chart, this kind of decide to get started in business, very simple to do. Do you know there's two people that drink coffee? You go into the legal system. They drink coffee in the legal system all the time. I say there's two of them on this planet that drink coffee. She can stop and finish her campaign. Those two people, I'm gonna help get two, and it's gonna be four. 4 coffee drinkers. The third month, help those 4 get 2, then it's 8. They said in 12 months, Ms. Constance, there's 4,090 people that is drinking your coffee. But you haven't had time to work the business. 11 months ago, you put in 2 and you had to step away. But 4,000 people who are customers are drinking their coffee, spending about $50 a month. It's about $200,000 worth of coffee. Again, I'm gonna pay the 20%, that means that's $40,000 a month that is coming to you. Are we good friends? Yes? Wow. We are. Does that make sense? When I saw this chart, I asked Holton one question. What if I know more than 2 people? Can I get to the 40,000 faster? I can. Let's get started. I know a whole lot more than 2 people that drink coffee. Does that make sense? You don't have to try to beg anybody to do it. The person that said he's going to do it is going to do it. Okay, I'm not going to try to beg someone to be successful. Okay, next slide here. A few more slides done. Next slide over. Residual income, 4, 5, and 6. Kathy said it. She's never going to stop drinking coffee. So on the 20th of the month, that is your brand new birthday. Every 20th of the month, Organo Gold will send you. It is your birthday? Oh, Kathy, look. Kathy. See, that's something. I didn't plan it. Kathy, on the 20th of the month, they're going to send you a residual check based on all the coffee, tea, hot chocolate that is reordered from all the customers that are buying coffee every single month. And every month it gets bigger. You know why? Because Organo Gold incentivizes customers to get more customers and give them free coffee. So they don't have to join the business. But by you being a customer, Organo Gold said get free coffee every month by referring 3 of your friends. But when they're doing that, all the money's going to Kathy. You don't know that, but you're happy you got free coffee. But Miss Kathy real happy because she starts seeing that residual check grow. And the good thing about it, Kathy ain't got to remind you because they drink coffee anyway. The 7th way is residual globally. Become a Ruby, you start getting residual from 35 plus countries, including Singapore. FYI, I'm gonna give y'all some y'all probably don't know. We are about to open up Nigeria. This is a question for everybody in here. Doesn't matter if you don't see the opportunity. If you know someone of significance that is here or has ties to Nigeria, particularly Lagos, let me know. I'm letting you. Within the next 3 months, you will be a, I'm not gonna say millionaire, but whatever your situation is, it's done. It's gonna be the largest launch in network marketing history. Nigeria has waited for Organo Gold since its inception. Does that make sense? Because over there, coffee is no joke. And it's also an ego thing. You know the culture? All it takes is one person to come in and do 2 million in sales, and the next person say 2 million, we'll do 4. You do 4 million, I do 5. Because it's only wealthy and poor. There's no middle class. Everybody knows someone who is wealthy or ties to wealthy people in Nigeria. I'm letting you know. You can evaluate this business, but if you know some contact, let us know. When it opens here in the next 2 or 3 months, I think it's May, it's game over. Okay? Organo Go will take care of the rest. Okay? I think I said it there as well, but you'll also get receipts from that. Last but not least, next slide here, we have what's called the OG Benz Club. Organo Go said, become a Sapphire, you can drive a Benz that they pay for. Is anybody opposed to a car that somebody else paid for? Somebody else is making a payment on it. You'll love it, right? You get better gas mileage too when somebody makes a payment. 400 a month. We just broke 2 Sapphires last night. Anybody who came out last night, he was crying in the audience. Lady said, I've been doing Organo Go 6 months, I'm waiting for the day all my life. 6 months. Another guy hit it in 38 days. Don't matter, they both are Sapphire. Become Ruby, 600 a month, Emerald, 800 a month, Diamond, 1,000. Next slide over. If a Benz is not your car, go Black Diamond. We have exotic cars, Lamborghini, Ferraris, Bentleys. Everybody has a dream car. I did. Mine was a Bentley. I didn't even go Black Diamond. I went Blue Diamond. I wanted one. Paid cash for it. Paid cash. Why? My dream car. Second, I needed people to believe. For the ones who know me, when I joined Organo Go 3 years ago, they repoed my truck with 5 payments ago. So how did you build this business? Easy. I started asking people, could I borrow their car for an hour or 2 and I could put gas in it. And I did that. So when people see the store, they know we built this. Does that make sense? But still humble to the fact that I'm looking for somebody who's looking for me. So if one person sees this in this whole room, that's all I need, okay? Last slide here, how do you get started? $49.95. That's 50.00. People still go home and got to pray about it for $50. To get a website in 34 countries, your investment is $50. Everybody follow me? Yes? Now, with that, you need coffee. Yes or yes? Yes. We have coffee. Coffee to give out a sample, as well as people to try. So we got what's called product pack. Next slide over. Next slide over there. The first product pack is a bronze pack. With your $49.95, you can choose $150, which makes it $200 one time. That gives you a 10% payoff. You can make about $500 a week part-time. This is the #1 pack in the company. Most people come in at $200 because they want to make sure that it works. Low risk. Does that make sense? Somebody say I want more coffee than that. The next product pack is called the silver pack. $500 one time. 15% payout. You get a lot more coffee by coming in a silver pack. $1,500 a week is what you can earn. And the last one after that one as well, gold pack, $1,300. I pawned some things 3 years ago to come in at gold pack because I knew I was working with Mr. Holton Bubs and a guy by the name of Mr. David Imonitier. So I didn't want to come in playing no games. This is also how I work with here. He'll be here in Tampa on March the 20th at the Hilton Airport. About close to 1,000 people at that event. But this is who I work with. I came in at gold pack. 20% payout, $2,500 a week is what you can earn. But whether it's bronze, silver, gold pack, the main thing is get in. Let me ask you a question. For the ones who know Ms. White, do you think she's going to be successful working with Organo Go and me connect her with Holton Bubs?
Yeah.
No, ma'am, I'm asking. It's a real question. Because if you think she's going to be successful, the question is, why not just get involved? Listen close. Listen up. We're building 2 legs of business. When I say 2,500, we're putting the 2,500 down 2 legs of business. I told my family and friends that 3 years ago. And most wanted to watch while I make the money. And now I see why God calls it pride. Because 30,000 plus people later, they still have not joined because they remember they was in the room when I had no one in the business. And I said, Uncle, just pay $200 and get in. I'm going to build it. Nah, nephew, I ain't got time to sell no coffee at no trunk. I said, who got to sell coffee at a trunk? I said, just get in. I'm going to build it. And now literally 3 years later, 30,000. Yeah, my nephew doing good. Yeah, it's not for me though. But I know how bad his business is doing, or their business is doing. But they really know that they could have got in and override 30,000 people. Does that make sense? So I don't want you to sit around and wait to see what happens, see a few Benzes. No. Just get in. What's the worst that can happen? They're going to drink the coffee. And they're going to drink the coffee. You're going to make your money back. You know. But the main thing is the opportunity of having some significant people come in your organization and you're in a lifestyle that can change your financial situation. Okay? I'll say this very, very last slide here. Our goal is, this is the very, very last slide, I promise, because I know they've been passing out food now. And we'll get a chance to fellowship. I'm not going to be leaving anywhere, okay? We'll pass out some information for the ones that are looking to get started tonight, okay, in the business, okay? But our goal is to capture 1% of the coffee industry. That's $1.5 billion. You can't see from afar, but what it says up there is that 50% of that is paid out to us, which is $331 million a month of income. Money should not necessarily scare you if you have big goals and dreams. But if you need to dream or find out what dreaming is, if you got kids, ask your child, what do they want to become and be? And they will give you an encyclopedia of things they want to do. You ask an adult, it seems like they're limited because they forgot to dream or forgot how to dream. But kids have no fear and no limitations. Does that make sense? And I tell people, open that door back up and dream again. There's nothing wrong with having a lot. I don't have to necessarily be a product of my environment because I grew up in College Hill. You know, he's an African American millionaire. No, I am a man who just happens to be an African American that is a millionaire. Does that make sense? And I like to help people of all denominations, but it is good to come back home and help a few people, let them know, I know exactly where you were or where you have been, but there's another option if you decide to make a decision. Does that make sense? I want to thank once again Ms. White for allowing us to come here and share the Organo Go opportunity, a 5-year-old company led by #1 Mr. Holton Buggs in the world. Okay? We're going to be going on a strong campaign here for the next 3 to 6 months and creating some significant success. This won't be the last time you're going to see me because more meetings will be setting up. But I encourage you, if you see this opportunity, if you have to take a day or two to think about it, a wise man or woman will investigate what a fool will take for granted. But it doesn't take 2 months to investigate. It doesn't. If you want to get started, you can get started tonight. But I know we're looking to break a couple of records as well, Ms. White.
Yes.
And for anybody, listen close, for anyone who decides to get started tonight into the business, I have a special gift for you. That gift from me, listen close, this is not Organo Go, this is me. Okay, because this is the end of the month, I'm getting ready for San Antonio. It's a 3-day, 2-night vacation on me. It's a $500 value for getting started tonight. Baz, will that be available if I get started in a few days? Call Ms. White and see. Depends on how, but I do know what I have today, okay? But definitely for the first 10, they get started, you'll be getting that tonight, okay? Any questions, let me know. If you think it's legal, ask Miss Constance. She knows my mom. Like real, I'm being serious. Like they grew up together, so she knows me very, very well. Yes, very, very well. You know. But any questions? This is a real business. I know you guys are ready to eat, fellowship as well. But I want to bring back up Miss White real quickly here, Miss White. Y'all big hand clap, y'all Miss White. Y'all big hand clap.
I'm gonna be the next millionaire. I told him that I want his position, and I ain't playing. You know, it was a time so many people wanted me to get in again and go. I said, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Now I cannot have time not to be a part of it. I found out that everybody. I don't even drink coffee. Everybody drank coffee, and I'm a natural salesman. I'm blessed to be a salesman, y'all. If that wasn't the case, all y'all would be here, right? So
I'm gonna have my business partners pass out some documentation for all the just pass out to everybody, all the guests in the room as well.
yeah, I just want y'all to enjoy. Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. Trust me.
Okay.
Y'all trust me.
And the last thing I'll say here, pay attention, y'all. This is the last. I promise. This is the last thing I'll say. I'll give you guys my business card. But the road to success is not always going to be straight. You're going to have curves called distractions. You're going to have loopholes called confusion. You're going to have red lights called enemies. And you're going to have caution lights called family. You're even going to have a flat tire called a job. But if you have a spare tire called determination, an engine called perseverance, and a driver named Jesus, you'll make it to that place called success. Thank you very much. My name is Baz Grant, Blue Diamond Consultant here with Organo. Thank you very much. feel free to fellowship, eat, ask questions, or we'll be here. Any question, feel free to get up. You can move around. They say when the butt is numb, the head is numb. So get up, move around. But we thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, while they pass out the application. Thank you.